Presents this program in color.
An Evening with Carol Channing. With guest star David McCallum. And special guest George Burns. Brought to you by General Foods.
We've got a date, a special date, a very, very special date, and can't be late. Want you to know why we're aglow. We want each one of you to know why we're aglow. So let's be sure that everything's secure. We're feeling swell, bet you can tell. Bet you can tell each one of us is feeling swell. And so we'll say, for one and all, we're gonna say tonight has gotta be a ball. Wowee wow. Here comes Dolly now. Wowee wow. Here's our Dolly now.
Gee, but it's nice to say
Well, hello,
especially to the folks you know.
Dolly. It's so very, very nice to have you home. You're looking swell.
I love to hear you tell me
Gosh, you're looking swell.
fellas don't have to sell.
Dolly, we just keep on hoping that you'll never, ever roam.
I feel sway for the band's play. One of my old favorite songs from way back when. So, wow, 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 fellas, look at your girl now, fellas. Dolly'll never go away.
Dolly, don't ever go away.
Dolly'll never go away Well, if I'd have known it was going to be like this, I would have been here sooner. Well, by the way, I must tell you that opening number that we just did, that is the title song from the Broadway musical called... Well, anyway, it's a David Merrick production. And it's called... That's silly. Well, I know it wasn't produced by Bud York, and he produced this show. And all those hit movies, you know. Well, I know Gomer Champion choreographed it and directed it. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? The lyrics were written by Jerry Herman, and the music. Well, when we think of it, we'll go back to it. All right. Anyway, I like to watch TV myself quite a lot, and I see Danny Kaye and Andy Williams and so many others. And I notice that at the end of their shows, they just relax and sit down and undo their ties, and they just talk to the audience so we all get to know them. Well, of course, they're on every week, and I don't know when I'll be on again. So I thought it would be nice if we all got to know one another at the beginning of this show instead of at the end. So let's all hurry up and relax right now and get that over with, all right? I guess I need a stool. Would you... Expensive help they have here, isn't it? Well, thank you, Danny, dear, for lending me your stool. Now, you folks at home, I should explain to you what we're going to do. You see, some of my friends in the audience have asked me some questions. So right now, I am going to answer as many of these as I possibly can. All right, let's see. We'll start with this one from John Gerhardt. Where are you, Mr. Gerhardt, dear? Oh, there you are. Mr. Gerhardt. Hello, dear. Now, you want to know, of all the things you've done on Broadway, what did you like best? Of all the things I've done. Yes, well, I presume this is in reference to my shows. Well, it is, yes. Let me see now. That is a difficult question because, you see, it's always the show that you're in right now. That seems to be the whole wide world. I mean, right now, I just adore doing Hello, Dolly. That's the name of the show. Oh, didn't you know we were going to think of it finally? Well, anyway, but if I were doing Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, I would think that was the much greater, just because I was doing it right now. You know, I felt the same way about Showgirl, and even I thought The Vamp was the greatest thing on earth, and that was my big flop. Well, we all have them, you know. And then I remember I never wanted to get out of Londonier. That was this little review, and oh, you remember? Oh, you were there in New York, weren't you? Well, but I remember there was one customer who came backstage, and he said that he was quite disappointed in Londonier. He thought it was going to be the story of Vincent van Gogh. What advice would you give someone who wants to break into show business? Oh, dear. Well, first of all, Pat, wherever you are, sweetie, you have to, I guess you have to be in love with it. You know, like when you're in love with somebody, and this initial passion, this first, it's like a marriage, you know. The first whoosh of feeling, it carries you through many vicissitudes, so to speak. And then, of course, you have to work hard, but then you don't even notice that when you're in love, do you? And then you have to study. Now, I went to Bennington College in Vermont, and I majored in drama there. That's a very fine school. But the first 2 years, I was quite unhappy there. No one asked me for dates. And then I found out it was a girls' school. It's kind of a lonely life, isn't it? Then this one is from Peggy D.M. of Redondo Beach. Are you here, Peggy? Well, little Peggy... Oh, there. Well, little Peggy, you want to know who is your favorite comedian? Oh, that is difficult. There's so many fine ones. Well, I guess I have to say that the one that does the most for me, the one that gives me the most laughs, is I guess it's Jack Benny. I have to say that Jack Benny. He is so funny. How could I be so forgetful? Anyway, so now we have the next one here. It says, it says here, I would like to speak to you personally. Oh, Mr. Adams, where are you, Mr. Adams? Mr. Adams, well, can it wait till later? Well, would you excuse us a minute, Mr. Adams? Mr. Adams, dear, what is so urgent?
Well, I'm from the sponsor. Now, I love the show and all that, but when are you going to do the commercial?
Oh, you're from General Foods. Oh, I love your products. Yeah, well, I've never done a commercial, so to speak.
Oh, well, my goodness, that's no problem.
Sorry.
Problem. Now, you just come with me, and I'll take you to some of the other stars of the General Foods family. You'll soon get the hang of it. Come along, my dear.
Hello, Andy.
Well, hello, Carol. Come in. Well.
Well, I came to hear you talk about Sanka coffee.
Well, what we're doing these days, Carol, we're letting a lot of people tell how Sanka coffee surprised their taste. They're the folks caught by our hidden cameras drinking Sanka coffee without knowing it. Take this lady, Mrs. Holland.
That's Sanka coffee.
Is it really? You could have fooled me.
Mrs. Bates.
We always have it at home. Why we like it.
And Mr. Jacoby.
Are you a big coffee drinker?
Oh, yes. And I'm particular about my coffee, too. This is good coffee.
Hundreds and hundreds of people caught by the surprising taste of rich, full-flavored Sanka coffee. Sanka coffee's 97% caffeine-free. I bet you didn't know caffeine has no taste in coffee.
Well, I certainly do like the taste of Sanka coffee.
Sanka coffee comes in instant and ground.
Andy, you truly do know your Sanka coffee.
Well.
I should like to read True Love at Last by D.H. Lawrence, 1885 to 1930. The handsome and self-absorbed young man looked at the lovely and self-absorbed girl and thrilled. The lovely and self-absorbed girl looked back at the handsome and self-absorbed young man and thrilled. And in that thrill, he felt her self-absorption is even as strong as mine. I must see if I can't break through and absorb her in mine. And in that thrill, she felt his self-absorption is even stronger than mine. What fun, stronger than mine. I must see if I can't absorb this Samson of self-absorption. So, they simply adored one another, and in the end they were both nervous wrecks, for in self-absorption and self-interest, they were equally matched.
That was marvelous, David, simply marvelous.
Thank you, Carol.
I mean it, David, you have such beautiful diction. The way you pronounce your words. It comes out like poetry.
Well, I should hope so. I was reading a poem.
Oh. That's why it sounded like poetry. Well, David, would you do me a favor?
Anything, Carol.
Well, would you mind reading with me?
Oh, I'd be most happy to.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I just happen to have a one-act play here that we might try.
Oh.
The only thing is it calls for the speaking of different languages.
Oh, well, I could never do that.
Well, when we get to the languages, you just fake it.
Fake it?
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
All right.
All right. Oh, a play. Oh, my first dramatic vehicle. David, I am a little nervous. Do you mind if I warm up a minute?
Warm up?
Yeah. Wake up toes, wake up legs, wake up torso, wake up head. I'm alive. Oh, ho, hey, he, me. My name is Ilya Kuryakin. I go and I do and I run and I jump and I sing and I dance for Uncle. There.
I've spoken to the producer. He's going to give the audience a little something to look at while we read the play. But first, let's run it down once for lines.
For lines?
Yes, I want you to get the feel of the play.
I see. It comes from here.
Yes, sometimes.
Oh.
All right, this time, just hold the effects.
All right.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Pinky,
Bobo.
what's happened to our marriage?
Well, don't let's look at it too carefully, darling. It can't stand inspection.
Perhaps we need a holiday, darling. I think we've been too long in London.
You may be right, but where should we go?
Now the very witching hour of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breathes out contagion to this world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on. Soft to my mother.
Give me a hint.
Shakespeare's birthplace.
Ah, yes.
But on second thoughts, we've been to Stratford-on-Avon. For me, it has no joie de vivre, no savoir-faire. Tes adieux sont-ils prêts? T'es-tu bien consulté? Ton cœur te promet-il assez de cruauté? Car enfin, au combat qui pour toi c'est pas passé, peut être constante, il faudrait être barbare. Venez, ici, ici, ici.
For you, ici, for me, difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
Darling, you know what let's do?
What?
Andiamo alla bella Italia. Che bella cosa, una giornata e sole, un'aria serena dopo una tempesta, quindi la bendola che cosa fa? Che facci mio, per tutti, per tanti, per tutti, per tanti, per tutti, per tanti, che...
Ah, Marcello, sì. Da mabalata king, pochino chi malabaldaj, dopo io volevo Oh, bandella.
La dolce vita, ma non troppo.
Sole mio e Josephine Levine.
Josephine Levine? But you know, darling, the Ukraine is very beautiful at this time of year, with the Kachialotia plants blooming in the Bakalaiva forest.
Безумные нурcie, piesni, plijajaškie strazvy zon gitar, I dbuali plenica vjugar, I tolko čor bujvalo zapojo, I čkuči straz bezumije čo, I poljo ca gitaru če, a gitaru I plenica vjugar,
Like an even greater adventure, perhaps along the banks of the Zambezi.
But, darling, don't you know what month it is?
What month?
Ja, wenn du Geburtstag hast, bin ich deiner Mund fast wie eine ganze
sprechen
Nacht.
Sie Deutsch, Karl?
Ja, ich träume so viel von dir.
Das ist schön,
Ach,
schön.
Komm doch mal zu mir Nachmittag 3:30.
Ist das Bavarian, Bratwurst, Bierbottle und Booze Festival?
Nein, ist das wie eine Wein, Wimmeln, Weltschmerz und Volkswagen-West.
No, you see, it would never work. You see, for us, I have even greater plans.
Oh, where? Tell me.
What does the word America mean to you?
Oh, Bobo, can we, should we, could we, shall we, must we?
Darling, we must. America with all that marvelous American food, like pizza.
And chili.
Bagels.
Lasagna.
Chop suey.
Moo poo guard ham.
I love you, darling Pinky.
And I love you, precious Bobo.
fine. Here we have the lines. Now, let's do it for television.
For television?
Yes, you remember with the visual effects?
Yes.
Cameras, lights, and everything. Right, this time everything works. Please. Right, here we go. You ready?
Just one more to say. Yes, I'm ready. Yes.
Binky,
Bobo.
what's happened to our marriage?
Well, don't let's look at it too closely, darling. It can't stand inspection.
Perhaps we need a holiday, darling. I think we've been too long in London.
There you go. Get your fish and chips. Aye, fish and chips. Pull that fish and chips. There you go. Get your fish and chips. Aye, fish
You
and
may
chips.
be right, darling, but where should we go?
I have it.
There you go.
Give me a hint.
Soft to my mother.
Pull that fish and
Thou dost shame that bloody soil.
Thou slave, thou wretch, thou coward. There you go. Get your fish and chips. Aye, fish and chips. Pull that fish and chips. There you go. Get your fish.
Andiamo alla bella Italia.
Ah, Marcello, questa la paparazzi.
Paparazzi!
Figaro, 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 Figaro.
Anywhere with you, Bobo, anywhere.
I feel like an even greater adventure. Perhaps along the banks of the Zambezi.
Safari!
Don't you know what fun it is?
Das Vienna Wein im Weltschmerz und Volkswagen! Darling, I had originally planned for us to go to America!
A million baby kisses, now dear I.
The minute that you sing that Swanee River.
Rock-a-bye, oh, rock-a-bye, baby, with a Dixie
There he is, Miss Channing.
Hello, Gomer.
Why, Miss Carol, welcome to KP, Gomer Pyle style.
KP, that looks like fun.
Well, the way I do it, it is fun. It's just pouring these post cornflakes and strawberries into these bowls. Of course, it ain't what the sergeant thinks I'm doing. He told me to clean and slice that whole ice box full of strawberries for the feller's cornflakes. Golly, that would have taken me hours. But looky, Post puts real strawberries right inside the box. Fresh freeze dries them, so when you add milk, shazam, them strawberries pop back like they was just picked. It's real fruit all year long.
Now, Gomer, how would you tell people about them?
Well, shoot, Miss Carol, people love cornflakes and people love real strawberries, so people are bound to love Post cornflakes and strawberries. Nah, telling people's no problem. It's the sergeant I'm worried about.
Oh! Those cereals make breakfast a little bit better.
Odd years ago, I was put here in this frame by a young artist I'm sure you all know. Dear me, I've forgotten his name. Well, not that it matters, for he was in tatters, and I was a woman of style. As everyone knows, he asked me to pose, that he might capture my smile. Many folks have inquired as to what had transpired, so I will give you a clue. To calm all your fears, just open your ears while I tell my story to you. A merchant from Venice gave me jewels in a pile. But when he got fresh with me, the only thing he got was just a smile. The only thing he got. The only thing he got. The only thing he got. The only thing he got was just a smile from me.
Tell me a little bit more.
I knew a count from Verona who took me out for a while. But that louse, he had a spouse. The only thing he got was just a smile. The only thing they got. The only thing they got. The only thing they got. The only thing they got was just a smile from me.
Margie O'Connor, what did you ponder? Tell us a little bit more.
There was a duke from Spoleto who said he'd keep me in style. But this rape was just a fake. The only thing he got was just a smile. The only thing he got. The only thing he got. The only thing they got. The only thing they got was just a smile from me.
What did you ponder? Tell us a little bit more.
Now Leonardo da Vinci made passes once in a while. I said hush and watch that brush. The only thing you'll get will be a smile.
The only thing we got. The only thing we got. The only thing we got. The only thing we got was just a...
gentlemen, Miss Carol Channing.
My, how the General Foods kitchens have changed.
Welcome to Hogan's Heroes Dining Room. Kinch the door.
Oh, I love the decor. Did I interrupt dinner?
No, just finished. Another memorable meal from our talented chef, Corporal LeBeau.
Merci. And now, Colonel Hogan, for the dessert.
Oh, I pass. I'm too full.
But, Colonel, Jell-O gelatin.
Hey! You should say so. There's always room for Jell-O.
The light dessert with fresh fruit taste.
Good?
Beautiful. Any whipped cream?
Something even better.
Hey.
Dream Whip, the whipped topping mix. Stays fresh on the shelf, ready to whip up any time. And only 14 calories per tablespoon. How about that?
That's right. Dream Whip has more than just a flavor of whipped cream.
Watch it. Here comes the Commandant. Schultz. Hey, Carol, follow me.
Colonel Hogan, someone has stolen my helmet. What are you doing with it?
LeBeau was using it to serve the Jell-O.
Such a nice idea. Silence! How dare you use my helmet for... Jell-O? The light dessert with fresh fruit taste?
Would you care for a dish?
Danke, with a little dream whip on top. Schultz, he was talking to me. Besides, you just had a big meal.
There's always room for Jell-O, sir.
With Dream Whip on top.
It has more than just the flavor of whipped cream.
In the bar. Sergeant Schultz, eating with the prisoners is absolutely forbidden. Now report to my office. Put more Dream Whip on it, will you?
Sergeant Schultz, not a word about this to anybody.
Nothing.
I do. I am going to conduct you on a tour of one of the world's great cities, my beloved Los Angeles. The reason that I'm going to show you Los Angeles is because, well, Sophia Loren showed you Rome, and Elizabeth Taylor London, and when I asked for a city, well, now I get to show you Los Angeles. Now, no other city in the world, no other city in the world is blessed with so many sandy beaches, so many automobiles and freeways, so many drive-in restaurants, and so many backyard barbecues. And every year, its tentacles seem to spread out more and more. It's a veritable octopus of culture, to coin a phrase. Now, did you know that Los Angeles is not only the largest city in the United States, but it is also the largest city west of the Mississippi? God, isn't it? Now, at this moment, I am at a home at the top of the Hollywood Hills. And from the balcony, we can get a simply magnificent view of Los Angeles. A view that I am going to share with you. Incidentally, Los Angeles has more smog per square inch than any other city in the world. I don't like to keep bragging, but facts are facts. And I've heard tell that there are doctors who feel it is most beneficial for one to awaken in the morning and have oneself a good cry. And speaking for myself, if it weren't for the smog, I would never have suspected that I had sinus trouble. Well, now that we've had this joyous interlude with the smog, I'll slip into something a little more comfortable and see you downstairs. Well, here we are on famed Wilshire Boulevard, surrounded by such exclusive shops as Saks, I-Magnons, Jack's. It's not surprising that on this spot, you see the most glamorous and fashionably dressed women in all the world. Now, I want to show you the single most famous landmark in all Los Angeles. I'm referring, of course, to the Farmers Market, a place that everyone in this city loves and a place in which everyone takes pride because it is so distinctively Los Angeles. Oh, sir, could you tell me, please, how do I get to the Farmers Market?
Farmer's Market?
Yes.
Sorry, never heard of the place.
To the Farmers Market.
The what?
The Farmers Market.
Sorry, I just moved here myself.
Sir, I beg your pardon, but could you tell me, please, how do I get to the Farmers Market?
Look, lady, you don't know me, I don't know you, I don't talk to strangers.
Well, supposing we just skip the Farmers Market for now. Besides, I have something else I wanted you to see. Come on. Well, as you can guess, here we are at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Isn't this a dainty little ornament? Yeah, but there's so many more things I want to show you. Now, come with me and I'll give you a closer look. Did you ever see such a magnificent structure? How would you like to have these to water your grass with? Oh, sir, pardon me, but is that a valuable painting that you have there?
It was.
We're now approaching the fabulous new music center, where we have the privilege of hearing everyone from the Beatles down to Heifetz. And it's just one more reason why I have always said that if you haven't visited L.A., you simply have not seen Los Angeles. Shall we go in? Well, here we are on the inside of the fabulous new Los Angeles Music Center. And what I wanted to show you is right over... Oh, excuse me 1 minute. I just thought I'd slip into something a little more appropriate. I would show you the inside, but all they do is play music in there. Well, so much for culture. Yes, you guessed it. This is Grauman's Chinese. Every year, millions of people stop here to admire its simple beauty and to partake of their excellent Chinese food.
Pardon me.
Yes.
It's a theater.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's a theater. I thought it was a Chinese restaurant. That's why they have movie stars put their footprints in front of it. Here's Frank Sinatra, Sophia Loren, and oh my, Joan Crawford. Now I have something to show all you sports lovers. Dodger Stadium at Chavez Ravine. And with our magnificent freeway, we can just whiz over. We're so proud of our freeway. Imagine 110 miles without a single stoplight. I beg your pardon, sir. I'm lost. Could you tell me, how do I get to the Dodger Stadium?
Dodger Stadium, let's see now, you might...
Well, where am I now?
You're in the farmer's market, lady.
This is the farmer's market. It's a small world, isn't it? Oh, you'll just adore this place. Let's go inside. Ah, well,
Miss Jenny.
This is Johnny. Would you tell the people how you make these marvelous centerpieces?
Yes, Miss Jenny, with my present. They go for long and some go.
Isn't that interesting? Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you. You're...
You know, no tour of Los Angeles would be complete without a visit to our film studios, where they make the movies and most of our top television shows. Well, here we are at the famous Warner Brothers studio. And of course, this is Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. As some of you may have guessed, this is Paramount Studios. And this is Universal Studios. Well, so much for glamorous Hollywood. See now why movies are better than ever. Incidentally, I do wish you'd find the time to drop me a line. I am curious to know which studio you liked best. There's so much more of Los Angeles I'd like to show you. But we're running out of time, and I'm running out of clothes. But there is one more thing. No, I haven't finished. I didn't finish.
Come in.
Dolly, who was that?
I'll go see. Carol!
Hello.
Well, come on in. What on earth are you doing in Green Acres?
Well, you see, I'm visiting the family of General Food stars, and so here I am. Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly.
Join us, Carol. We're having breakfast.
Yes, Dolly, let's all start with a glass of awake.
No, thanks. None of that frozen stuff for me. Awake may taste good. It may have more vitamin C, but it just isn't orange juice. And nothing beats the aroma of fresh orange juice. Come on, admit it. You just can't beat it.
Well, nature boy, you've been drinking awake. Even I know it tastes like fresh orange juice.
Who's got the fresh orange juice?
I have, I think.
No, let me have one. Mine is the one.
No, you know I
They wasted a lot of money on that card. I'm going to sing anyway. Pardon me while I light my cigar. I feel naked without it. I love to smoke. And I love to sing. And some of my friends who heard me sing say they'd rather hear me smoke. Nobody loves show business as much as Carol Channing. You know, before she goes to bed, she puts on a full stage makeup. In case her husband wakes her up, she's ready to do a number for him. Once a burglar broke into the house and he turned his flashlight on her. She sat up and sang 2 choruses of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. The only reason she called the police is that the burglar didn't applaud. She's the hottest thing in show business right now. You know, the president, had her come to Washington to sing Hello, Dolly at the White House. Of course, I sang Hello, Dolly at the White House, too. But when I did it, it was Hello, Dolly Madison. Carol has one talent that very few people know about: eating. She loves food. She's to food what Dean Martin is to hiccups. In fact, when she was in Washington, after she appeared for the president, he threw a big barbecue party for Carol. And after she got through eating, that's when he got the idea for his war on poverty. I'd like to get Carol out here, and I think I know how to do it. I'll say that my favorite comedian is Lucille Ball, and she'll come out and take the stool away from me. My favorite comedian is Lucille Ball. Is she coming?
She's mine, too.
Carol, let's do something together.
All right, we can have a little bite to eat.
Now, later, let's sing or tell jokes or dance and step back a little bit.
All right, you know, George.
Where the light is.
I always envied you because you played the Palace Theater in New York. I've always wanted to.
You want to play the Palace?
Oh, would I?
Well, it's simple. Music. Lights. Scenery. Now at the Palace.
We're at the Palace.
Oh, I love you, love you, love you, dear. I cross my heart, I do. Do you believe me?
I do. You're the one and only one I ever told that to. Do you believe me?
I do. And if things go wrong and skies above are gray instead of blue,
I wouldn't have to worry because you'd know just what to do.
I'd get up early mornings and I'd find a job for you. Do you believe me?
I do. I'd fix your favorite dish, gefilte fish or Irish stew. Do you believe me?
I do. What if I wanted shish kebab?
I'd shish kebab for you. Do you believe me?
I do. If you tell me that we'll have a visit from your mother, dear, I'll try to keep on smiling as long as your dear mother is here.
And that won't be too often. Just 6 months, twice a year. Do you believe me?
I do. I didn't want to hurt myself. That's a pretty dress you've got on there.
Oh, thank you, George. George, that's a very nice suit you have
Nice
on.
suit?
Yes.
Beautiful.
My brother has a suit just like that.
Oh, he has? A
Yeah.
suit like that?
Of course, his isn't single-breasted, it's double-breasted.
But it's the
same
kind
kind
of
of
suit?
suit.
Right.
Of course, his has stripes, but they're
Stripes.
almost invisible, so...
It's the same kind of a suit.
Oh, well, yes, but you see, yours is dark gray.
Oh, his isn't gray.
No, his is a kind of a, sort of a greenish black, more like a brown, like a tan. It's more like a...
White.
A white.
White suit.
But his has a bow on the side.
It has a bow on the side?
My sister wore it to a dance.
Your sister wore your brother's suit to a dance?
I haven't got a brother. No, my sister has a brother. Well, it's a long
But you
story.
haven't got a brother?
No, it's a long story, George. Would you like to pull up a chair?
No, I'd rather hear it sitting down.
All right. Well, you see, when my sister and I were very little, we were left orphans.
Uh-huh.
So my sister took one orphan.
And you took the
and
other?
I took the other.
Where is your sister now?
Well, actually, she's home right now. She couldn't even come to see our show tonight. She's home with a canary.
With a canary?
The canary is hatching an ostrich egg.
He's hatching an ostrich egg.
But the little canary is too small
To cover.
this big egg.
So
my sister is sitting on the egg and holding the canary in her lap.
You two are having all the fun. I wondered if I could work with you.
Of course you can join us.
Oh, thank you.
Do you sing a little harmony?
No.
Soft shoe dancing?
No.
Tell jokes?
No.
Play an instrument?
No.
What do you do?
I do paper tearing.
You mean you tear paper? You make like little dolls and boats out of paper?
Yeah, and I got a great finish. I open up the paper, and it's Queen Victoria knighting Disraeli.
Well, look, this is Carol Channing's show, and she's the star of the show, and she's a very good mixer, and I'm sure she'll be glad to tear some paper with you.
Oh, Carol, I do paper tearing. Would you mind tearing a little paper with me?
David, I think you better talk to George. He has far more experience than I do. He's taught me all I know.
Look, kid. If I were you, I'd forget this paper tearing. It's been kicked. Everybody's doing it.
Oh, really?
It's sweeping the country. Look, can you do anything else?
Well, I do like puns.
Puns and paper tearing, a new two-act. Well, let me see. You mean like I'll mention a few words, you pick one out, and I'll make up a pun?
That's
like
it.
Hour, second, time, minute. Minute. A girl stepped on my toe, and she didn't minute? You mean that's it? That's
Don't
a
you
good
like
pun.
that?
Now,
Can I do one?
Oh, of course, have fun.
I'll mention a few words.
All right.
Knife, fork, spoon, scissors, razor.
Spoon.
Don't have one for spoon. You'll have to take razor.
Okay, razor.
Girl fell down, fella couldn't lift her.
Look, Carol and I are going to do a little whisk room dance. Would you care to join us?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to do that. Yeah.
Would you care? Would you go and get the whisk rooms first?
Oh, where do I get
You
whisk
go
room?
right out La Brea. Then, when you get to the beach, turn right 4 miles. There's a drugstore there. Now, you phone me and I'll tell you what size whisk rooms to get.
La
Brea, the beach. He's a nice boy.
Oh, isn't he cute?
Clever, too.
Oh, yes, he's...
Cuts his own hair.
Oh, he's back. I got him at headquarters.
At headquarters. All right. In my case. Way down in Africa, every evening in the bamboo trees, some chimpanzees.
Monkey banjos nightly would be strumming. They would be humming. It was worse than buzzing bees.
He's kidding.
A big baboon had a band that was the best in Monkeyland, played ragtime grand.
This big baboon was requested to compose a tune one night in June.
So he wrote a tune that's honky. He called the thing the monkey, and he gave it to his band to play.
Oh, that night was a sight. All the monkeys there began to swing and sway.
Where'd the monkeys do the monkey rag?
Sweary's monkey was on a jag. Laugh until your sides would crack while the girl they do. Wiggle it back. Everybody screams about the rag to drag. The honky-tonky monkey, the gold-finger monkey, the honky-tonky monkey rag.
Now that all the big stars have had a chance to do a commercial, I get to do one myself. Your breakfast is going to be delightful with Toastem pop-ups. They are, without a doubt...
I'm not the one to interrupt, Mr. Adams, but you forgot to tell the folks that Toastems is a brand new product from General Foods.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Toastems is a brand new product from General Foods, and all you have to do is heat them in your toaster and eat them. They're so delicious
it's not
that
like me to interrupt you so often, Mr. Adams, but it would be very dear if you showed the folks exactly how easy it is to open up this, put it in the toaster, and toast them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Toastems is a hot, flaky pastry that comes in 5 real fruit fillings. Oh, and I might add, Toastems don't need refrigeration. As a matter of fact...
in order to enjoy Toastems, you don't need anything but a toaster and a tummy.
Yes. And it's new. From General Foods.
That's right. Well, that's our show. I want to thank my dearly beloved George Burns and my very most favorite man from Uncle, David McCallum. And I do want to express my gratitude to General Foods and his army. I'd like to particularly thank the General. And you see, he's the one who provides us with all those products, you know. And of course, the thought of coming to each and every one of you has made me very happy. Sweet dreams.